Hi boys and girls, today I'm going to read you a story and the title is Starting School. The author's name is Janet and Allan Ahlberg. They're also the illustrators. They draw all the pictures. Gavin and Errol and Sophie and Sushma and David and Kate and Robert and Alison are starting school just like you're going to be in August. The first day, the children wait in the playground with their mums and dads and brothers and sisters and a puppy. The bell rings. Gavin and Errol and Sophie and Sushma and David and Kate and Robert and Alison go into school and they meet their new teacher. They hang up their hats and their coats in the cloakroom and have a look at the toilets, and then they go into their classroom. They sit on the mat with the rest of the class, just in here, doing wonderful sitting. The teacher calls the register and collects in the dinner money. She shows the children round the classroom and the parents too. In the classroom there are tables and chairs and drawers for the children to keep their things in. There is a book corner, we've got some book corners too, and a home corner, an interest table, a box of dressing up clothes and a little baby rabbit in the rabbit hutch. During the morning, Gavin and Errol and Sophie and Sushma and David and Kate and Robert and Alison get used to their classroom, and the rabbit gets used to them. At playtime, they go out to play. They have lots of fun in the playground. At dinner time, they eat their dinner. And in the afternoon, they draw lots of pictures. They go out to play again and they have singing in the hall. At the end of the day, they tidy up and they have a story, just like the story we're having on the mat. They put their hats and their coats and they go home. The second day, the next day, Gavin and Errol and Sophie and Sushma and David and Kate and Robert and Alison go to school again. In the morning they do lovely pictures and some writing in their new books. And that afternoon they have music and movement in the hall. Errol's mum plays the piano. At playtime, Robert loses his hat and then Alison finds it. Errol bangs his knee and the teacher rubs it better. Gavin and Sushma and David climb on the climbing frame. We've got a climbing frame in our school too. Kate thinks about climbing it. She's not quite sure just yet. In the afternoon, the children make some lovely models. They are very good. They show them to the head teacher, have a story on the mat, and then they go home. So maybe you'll be able to show Mrs. McDonald some of the models that you make in primary one. The first week, as the days go by, the children get more used to being in school, starting to get a wee bit more confident. On Wednesday, they go into the hall for an assembly. They listen to the singing and they say a prayer. They watch some older children doing a little play. On Thursday, they start to learn to read. Gavin can read already and he brings in a book from home to show the teacher. Errol brings in his tooth to show the teacher it came out last night. On Friday, they go swimming in the school pool. The water is warm, but it's not deep. Robert and Sushma and Kate jump up and down. David and Sophie walk in, down the steps, and Errol, he thinks about walking in. He's not too sure yet. In the afternoon, Kate and Sushma and David do cooking with David's mum. They make 12 little cakes. Will we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 3 big cakes. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3. And they make a mess. time goes by. The next week, Gavin and Errol and Sophie and Sushma and David and Kate and Robert and Alison choose a name for the rabbits. They draw rabbit pictures, they make rabbit models, bake rabbit biscuits, and have rabbit stories on the mat, and do lots more rabbit things. And I think I can see that they've called the rabbit Ronald. Ronald the rabbit. That's a great name. The week after that, the children have their photographs taken. They're all looking very smart for their primary one photos. And the week after that, Gavin loses a glove, and Alison learns to swim. Sophie can read a book. Sushma shows off her sari and her lamp. Robert thinks about being in a Halloween play. Still thinking about being in a Halloween play. And sometimes the children are happy, and sometimes they're a bit sad. Sometimes they're puzzled, and sometimes they're a little bit sleepy, or grumpy, or lumpy, or spotty. Have you ever been spotty? Sometimes the teacher is not cheerful either. Sometimes she's happy and smiling, sometimes she's a little bit grumpy there. Think she's just spilt her tea. The end of term. Christmas comes. In the last week of term, the infants do a play all about baby Jesus. Everybody has a part, and all the mums and dads can come to watch. We have a nativity play just like this in Cross Arthurley Primary School. So you might be an angel, or a shepherd, or a wise king. On the last day of term, the children bring cakes and crisps and sausages and sandwiches and jelly, and they have a party in the classroom. Then Gavin and Errol and Sophie and Sushma and Kate and David and Robert and Alison go home, and the holidays begin. Thank you for listening to my story today, boys and girls, and I look forward to seeing you in August. Bye!